We are seeking revenge in today's episode versus Notre Dame, and we are on the road in South Bend, Indiana, to take on the Irish, as they are 4-2 on the season, and they've had a couple of close games against top 10 opponents. They beat Tulane 33-21, and then they unfortunately would lose to Stanford 28-27, a team that we play after them. They have a pretty solid team overall. Really good offensive line, and the defense is also really good. This is the fourth best offense in the Pac-12, the second best rushing attack in the Pac-12, with the second best running defense in the Pac-12, along with 19 total takeaways, which is best in the Pac-12. Jared Kunasik is going to be the running back for the Irish here. 93 overall. He is extremely athletic, and he has 555 yards with 4 touchdowns on the season. Here's a look at that offensive line that I said was really good. From left tackle all the way to right tackle, they are up there with us with one of the best offensive lines in the nation. Defensively, they are really strong as well. And there's one player that I'm really impressed with, and that is John Mamula, who has 98 speed at strong safety. Not the best tackler in the world, but he's got some speed that is very difficult to deal with, as it is a torrential downpour here at Notre Dame Stadium. We've played a lot of games this season where the rain has been coming down. As you get a look at it now, we are underway here against the Irish. Fielded at the 4-yard line, taken to the right, and up to the 18-yard line. And that's where quarterback Derek Wade will take the field. 15 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions on the season. He is one of the top 10 quarterbacks in college football. They begin with a give, and it's a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9, pressure off the edge, and it's complete for a first down as Notre Dame will move the chains. Utah State's had a couple of times this season where they have gotten off to slow starts. They're looking to avoid that today on the road against a team that's looking to pull off an upset versus number 2 Utah State. Here is Wade on 2nd and 6, and it's going to be another first down for Notre Dame on their opening possession. At the 41-yard line now, they spread it out. Play fake, and Wade's going down for a loss. It's true freshman Dalvin Kugbila on the TFL. That'll back Notre Dame up, 2nd and 14. Kunasik up the middle, and he's going to have a close to the first down run. As that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Pistol set, back up, running back in the game now. He takes it to the right, and he's got a first down and much more. Into the red zone, Deshaun Morton, a gain of 32 yards. Kunasik is the number 1 running back, but you will see other guys get the ball. And here's another one of those guys. Number 25, Alex Johnson. We'll have a lot of plays that he set up at receiver at, and they're going to give it to him this time. Penalty flag down as Johnston is taken down at the 6-yard line. It is going to be a holding. No, it's going to be an ineligible man downfield on Notre Dame. 2nd and 9, they go to Kunasik to the outside, and he's taken down for a loss. That is B.J. Garrison on the TFL. 3rd and 11 now, they just give it to Kunasik, and he's going to pick up maybe 7, and that's going to bring up a field goal attempt. It would be good, and Utah State would take over at the 25-yard line. Xavier Blunt, the running back, he gets to give up the middle and picks up 3 yards. He has been the best running back on this roster this season. On 2nd and 7, though, he's taken down for a loss. Notre Dame ready to stop the run right here. 3rd and 9 now. Tobin, play fake. Here's pressure. Tobin gets away, and he's going down back at the 13. Tommy Todman on the sack, and Notre Dame takes over in Utah State territory after a poor punt. Derek Wade throws to the outside, and this one is caught by Johnston, and he has a first down. 2nd reception for running back Alex Johnston. Play fake now. Derek Wade, pressure in his face. He throws to the outside. Perfect timing with receiver Brett Sharp. Goal to go now for the Irish. At the 8-yard line, here is Wade. Throws this one underneath, and it is caught at the 1, and a touchdown for Notre Dame. They extend their lead here as they lead 10-0 at home in a straight-up monsoon. As Utah State takes possession now, here is Blunt on the toss to the right, and he's going to take this one to the outside. A solid pickup for junior running back Xavier Blunt. One tied into the game here. It's Darrell Ferkser on 2nd and 9. Tobin off the edge, and the pass falls incomplete. Notre Dame is bringing pressure early. 3rd down and 9. They bring 4 this time, and Tobin dumps it off to Darrell Ferkser, and he's well shy of the first down marker. Utah State maybe feeling a little pressure here And they're going to get Notre Dame to jump off sides as they look to go for it on 4th down, and they just caught a break on the offsides on Notre Dame. 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter at the 44-yard line. Tobin again pressured, and he's going down again. That's Bill Kane, the linebacker for Notre Dame, as Utah State's backed up 2nd and 18. The curl route is caught by Zach Pruin. They get a lot of that yardage back and then some. 3rd and 5. 4-man rush. Tobin looks across the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. 4th and 5 upcoming, and Utah State is going to stay on the field again. This time, no offsides. Tobin underneath. It's broken up in Notre Dame with the turnover on downs. Coco Prude on the coverage there. And now Notre Dame takes over in Utah State territory, and it's a big play for the Irish. All the way to the 26-yard line of Utah State, and they're knocking on the door yet again. Here is a play fake, and it's a sack. That's Scott Flavors with the sack. For some reason, the game is going to give sack credit to Juan Lima, though. I don't know why, but that was Scott Flavors, the true freshman, with the sack. 3rd and 14 now. And it's going to be pressured again, and it's Juan Lima this time getting to Derek Wade. And that will take Notre Dame out of field goal range. An excellent job by Utah State's defense, and maybe that's why Jalen Clark decided to go for it on 4th and 4. It's because he has faith in his defense. As Daniel Jones checks into the game for the first time, the sophomore running back. 2nd and 8 now. Tobin pressured again. He's going to step up this time, and Anthony Tobin will be a couple of inches shy of the first down marker. On 3rd and inches, Daniel Jones with the first down carry to the 34. Haven't really used Daniel Jones all that much this season. He's usually like a one-drive type of guy. Tobin getting out of the pocket now, and he can't get rid of it. It's the 3rd sack for the Irish. It's Jawan Duggar this time. 2nd and 16 and another TFL for Notre Dame. 3rd down and 20 now. Here is Tobin. Here's pressure again. He's getting out of the pocket. Tobin scrambling. Loses the football. And Notre Dame recovers at the 5. Utah State again off to a struggling start. And Notre Dame has created relentless pressure on the redshirt freshman quarterback Anthony Tobin. And now midway through the second quarter, Kunashik taken back behind the line of scrimmage by Alex Cheeseman. 2nd and goal upcoming for Notre Dame. Wade to the end zone, and it's going to be a couple of yards shy. That is Alex Johnston on the reception. 3rd down and goal. Give to the left. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They have gone up 17-0 here at home against the number 2 team in the country. And now with 2:44 to go, Utah State's looking for anything to close out this first half. Deshaun Layman checks into the game now. 3rd and 5, pressure, and Ferkser's going to have a first down reception to the 36-yard line. You just have to move the chains. You have plenty of time to go down and score. Here's Tobin stepping up in the pocket now and scrambling for 8 yards. Utah State goes hurry up, about to reach the 2-minute timeout, and Tobin's going to scramble again. Anthony Tobin has speed and space, and he's going to have another first down pickup. Utah State across midfield now. Eagles on the reception, and he'll pick up 6 yards to the 35-yard line of Notre Dame. On 2nd and 4 now, Tobin throws underneath, and it's caught by Tyquan Garrett, who has a first down, as Utah State is finally putting together their best possession of the game. Here's pressure. Tobin throws to the corner of the end zone, and it is caught by Darrell Ferkser for a touchdown. What a pass and what a catch, as Anthony Tobin hooks up with his tight end, Darrell Ferkser, and finally, Utah State on the board, and maybe a little bit of momentum moving forward here. That's exactly what you needed. Now can the defense get a stop to close out the first half? Wade underneath, and it's caught for a pickup of 9, as that will take Notre Dame to the 29-yard line. Utah State trying to change the play at the line. On 2nd and inches, Wade throws, and it's wide open. Alex Johnston breaks the tackle of Snow and scores. Utah State with a just unfortunate play on defense. Nobody was communicating. You're in a cover 2 right there, and Pat Snow's trying to get all the way over from the other side of the field to take his deep half, and he was just out of position. I don't think it would have mattered what Miguel Catapano did on that play. Tobin goes down again, and that's the 5th sack for Notre Dame, and Anthony Tobin's a little shaken up at the end of that play. Second and 17 now for Tobin. He's going to throw this one underneath, and it's caught by Deshaun Lehman, and he'll pick up good yardage. Tommy Todman injured on the play. 3rd and 5. Tobin throws underneath, and it's caught by Deshaun Lehman for a first down, as Utah State will use their first timeout. Tobin with about half of his health bar full here. Throws this one to Lehman, and it's another reception for the running back. A pickup of 7. And you see Tobin now with a little bit of health. Throws nearly intercepted. And that's going to bring up 4th and 3. And you look at Tobin, minus 13 throw power is not good. That's not good enough. 4th and 3, and Notre Dame's going to jump off sides again. The second time that they have jumped off sides on a 4th down, maybe bluff by Utah State. Tobin's going to scramble now, takes it to the left, breaks a tackle on Anthony Tobin to the 33. But it's going to be coming back. It's going to be a holding call. And Utah State, with 2 seconds to go, will put in Stephen Beebe, the quarterback with the stronger arm, to try and throw this one about 75 yards to the end zone. There's 3 Aggies down there, and it's intercepted. Taken down at the 1-yard line, but Notre Dame closes out a near-perfect first half of football. They pretty much did everything right in that first half. They played excellent defense, they ran the ball extremely well, and they passed the ball extremely well. Utah State really didn't do anything good or right in that first half. They didn't run the ball well, they didn't pass the ball well, and they did not play good on defense. They were out of position multiple times. As Anthony Tobin will take the field to begin the second half, we saw Jeremiah Tobias in that game last year against Georgia really put together a strong performance even though he was injured. We'll see if Anthony Tobin can do the same thing here as Utah State trails by 17. On 1st and 16, they throw this one to Tyquan Garrett, and he'll pick up 9 yards. So 2nd and 7 upcoming now for the Aggies. At their own 15, Tobin throws the out route, and it's caught by Tyquan Garrett for a first down up to the 28-yard line. So Tobin is showing that he has the ability to still throw the football as he dumps this one off to Blunt on the screen now, and Xavier Blunt fights through the tackler and picks up a first down. But Anthony Tobin took a shot on that play, and he will be taken out of this game. He will not return. Stephen Beebe is the quarterback now, as he's going to throw this one deep to Zach Truin with a step, and he got him in stride. Touchdown, Utah State. Stephen Beebe comes into the game and pretty much in an instant makes an impact with a perfectly thrown deep ball to Zach Truin. And it's now a 2-possession game here on the road for the Aggies. If they can get a stop and continue to move the football downfield and establish some kind of running game or rhythm for that matter, they're going to have a chance. As Notre Dame will begin the possession with a pickup of 8 up to the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 2 now. Here is Derek Wade, 4-man rush, throws to the outside. It's intercepted by Catapano. This time Utah State gets it right, and they're going to take this one all the way to the 32-yard line of Notre Dame. Miguel Catapano has really improved throughout his career, but more importantly, I think that he has improved throughout this season. So at the 32-yard line now, Stephen Beebe, the quarterback, pistol set, and Xavier Blunt takes this one to the outside. Jukes move, and it's going to be a huge run. 17 yards for Xavier Blunt. At the 15-yard line now, Beebe, the bubble screen, the Qualls, he outruns the defense and scores. It's a 1-score game, and the Aggies are back in it on the road. 24-7 was the score, and it felt like we were doomed, and it felt like we were destined to receive our first loss of the season. Now 24-21, and Utah State is in this game. As Monte Khan on the tackle, he's a little shaken up after that play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 2 for Notre Dame. Here is an excellent push by that defensive line, and Utah State with the TFL. 3rd and 5, Derek Wade throws to the outside, and it's caught by Sharp. Brent Sharp with an excellent route, excellent hands, and Notre Dame moves the chains. Here is Kunashik now, and he's going to break a tackle and pick up 6 yards. Only 39 rushing yards for Jared Kunashik. 2nd and 4, pressure, and this one's caught by Alex Johnston for a first down to midfield. 2nd down now, Kunashik on the rush, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard. That's Miles Iwuchukwu on the tackle. 3rd down and 6. Here's the screen for Notre Dame. It's caught by Johnston, and he is close to the sticks, but a couple of yards shy. And Notre Dame is going to attempt a long field goal. The kick is up, and it is almost good. It was off of the upright, then off of the crossbar, and it just bounced out. That would have been close to a 60-yarder. So Utah State takes possession now, only trailing by 3. And that's not the way you want to start the possession, as Steve Giraldo is going to get a quick jump. 2nd and 15 underneath now, caught by Darrell Ferkser, and he's going to pick up 9 yards, or 11, my fault. And that'll bring up 3rd down and short. Beebe throws the outside, it's caught by Xavier Blunt, and he has enough for a 1st down. Utah State moves the chains, across midfield they go, as they're looking to set up the screen now. Blunt with the reception, Xavier Blunt with a 1st down, and he's taken down at the 35-yard line. 2 tight ends in the ball game now. 2nd and 15 after another false start, as Beebe will take this one and slide down after picking up 10 yards. And it's going to be another 3rd and manageable upcoming for Utah State. Beebe throws, and it's caught by Blunt for a 1st down. Utah State begins the 4th quarter in Notre Dame territory, and they are now into the red zone. At the 18-yard line now, pistol set. Beebe throws another bubble screen to Qualls, and Zach Qualls will work his way to the 5-yard line. Utah State knocking on the door. Xavier Blunt, the Wildcat quarterback, takes it up the middle and scores! Utah State has come all the way back in this one. They trailed 24-7, and they are now leading 28-24 on the road against 4-2 Notre Dame. The Irish crowd have to be devastated, as Derek Wade takes possession and throws this one out to his running back, and they're going to pick up a 1st down. The game is not over. Derek Wade has not had a pass hit the ground today, as there's Kunashik to the outside, and he's got a 1st down on the ground this time. 1st and 10 at the 37. Here's pressure, and it's a sack for Utah State. All the way back at the 29-yard line, as that's the 3rd sack for the Aggies defense. 2nd and 19 now. Here's Wade retreating. He goes down again. Sateki Luvu with the sack this time. And that will put an end to this Notre Dame possession. They will punt the ball away as Xavier Blunt begins the drive with a carry of 6 or 7 yards on 1st down. Another Notre Dame player injured. 3rd and 1. Blunt up the middle, and he has enough for a 1st down. A little shaken up, though, on the play, so he'll have to leave, and it's Deshaun Lehman who will take over. Lehman on 1st down will run it up the middle and pick up 7 yards to the 33-yard line. 2 tight ends set. Lehman again, and he just ran right into the defensive lineman. And on top of that, there's a holding call on John Winters. So 3rd and 9 now. Beebe will hand this one to Lehman, and he is close to the sticks, but about a yard and a half shy of the 1st down marker. On 4th and 1, Utah State's going for it. Lehman will pick up the 1st down. And now Notre Dame will have to start their timeouts going, as J.D. Skillen, on that injury, tore his rotator cuff. He's out for the season. We'll talk about that more later, as there's another sack for Notre Dame, their 7th of the game. And here's a long field goal for Manu Villalobos to make it a 7-point game, and it's good! What a kick by Manu Villalobos, as he stays perfect on the season. Notre Dame will have to go 90 yards to try and tie this game up, and they're going to pick up 12 on the first play to Alex Johnston. 2nd and 10, pressure, and it's Juan Lima again. Juan Lima has been on fire in this game. 3rd and 17, Utah State brings 4. Here's Derek Wade getting out of the pocket, throws it deep, and Kunashik can't come down with it. Christian Stuckey with an excellent play. Here's the game, and it's intercepted by Andres Sosa. Sosa takes it to the right this time, trying to outrun the offensive lineman, and he's taken down at the 3-yard line. And that's a holding on Notre Dame. Utah State will decline it, and that will do it. Utah State pulls off the second half comeback in which they scored 24 points. Notre Dame was held scoreless in the second half. It was a tale of two halves. Again, we catch ourselves off to a poor start. You know, only down 10-0, and we're at our own 40-yard line, and we're going for it on 4th down. That kind of showed how desperate I was. I felt like we're down 10-0. We haven't shown that we can stop their offense. Our offense has sucked. Can we get a 1st down on a 4th down conversion? And we didn't get it. And it felt like, well, boy, like Notre Dame's going to go down and score again. But we were able to get a stop with some timely blitzes on that defense. And then we would get the ball back, still 10-0. And we fumbled with Anthony Tobin, and they went up 17-0. And then he starts getting injured. You know, I wasn't going to make the same mistake if he was not injured. He was actually able to come back, but I didn't want to make the same choice that I made in that game against Georgia a year ago, where we kept in Jeremiah Tobias to try and win us that game. I felt like, hey, Stephen Beebe is right there with him as far as ratings go, and that's why he's on this roster. Because if Tobin's not full health, I'm not going to keep him out there. So Stephen Beebe did an excellent job coming in relief. We didn't ask him to make huge plays. He had the one deep ball, and that's what kind of gave us our spark of momentum. But we didn't ask for him to do a whole lot. We did ask the defense to do a whole lot, and they did do a whole lot. Some more injuries to our lineman situation. J.D. Skillen will be out for the season with a torn rotator cuff. So we are out without a defensive tackle, and we're without our best center. That will allow us to put the offensive line together in a way that I think still works, though, with Skillen being replaced by last year's starter. We did bring in 2 commitments here in Zach Millen and B, and then Tyler Cushing went to Oregon. Manny B is the defensive tackle that we also brought in. And after that game, they've dropped us down to the 3rd-ranked team in the nation. I don't know how you can put a team that has 1 loss ahead of us when we've beat the number 4 team in college football. Anthony Tobin entering next week against Stanford will have an increased risk of injury, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if Stephen Beebe will maybe potentially get the start. Forgive me for my commentary in this episode. I feel like it's been garbage, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I do have plans on how I want to end this, but I'll talk about that as the season goes on. And hopefully when we make it to the playoffs, I can kind of explain it a little bit. Like I said, I feel rusty as far as commentary goes. This was not my best work today. I'm trying to put out videos for you. I'm trying to get better at it. Hope you guys enjoy this one. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.